Hi, my name is Ryan Tyler, and today I have the honor to introduce the Reeya Sharma. Now, you've probably heard Reeya's laughters in the hall, and you've probably been greeted by one of her warm good mornings in the morning time. But if you don't know Reeya, then you're missing out. Reeya and I both came to St. Mary's in the 5th grade, and since then I've had the pleasure of taking French with her, where she never fails to cause the entire class to burst into laughter. And after spending a week in France with Reeya junior year, I've learned how funny and kind she is. Whether she's in mock trial or DECA, Reeya is incredibly hardworking and smart, and I know she will have some wise words to share with y'all today. So without further ado, I give you Reeya Sharma.
The time to love is now, and I realized this on a random night in 6th grade. Nothing was more perfect for 12-year-old Reeya than a movie night at home. Chaos painted these nights as my sister's 11:11 Make-A-Wish alarms blared. My mother casually sat in her scrubs on the phone, throwing out crazy medical terms I passively absorbed at a young age. And my father chased my dog Jewel as her paws were covered in mud, but her face covered in a smile. As for me, I was sitting excited in our TV room, in an oversized hand-me-down hoodie and wet hair, endlessly scrolling through Amazon Prime, trying to pick a movie out for my sister and me. This was no easy task. I scrolled past classics like Now You See Me and Pitch Perfect 2 after we came to the conclusion that I wasn't ready for Dave Franco, and we were unable to sit through Haley Steinfeld's original song coming out during a riff-off. We kept scrolling and scrolling, but ultimately, no matter what movie we watched, I was just happy to be sitting there, to be surrounded by the people and chaos I loved, but ultimately never brought verbal attention to. I rather just continued to scroll with a subtle smile on my face. But eventually, we landed on the movie by the name of One Day. The movie One Day involves two friends by the name of Emma and Dexter, whose relationship the audience follows over a span of 20 years, starting from their graduation day. They share hardships and prosperities together, scaling from failed romances in different professions to immense laughter and watching each other's personal growth. However, the two had an undying love for each other across this span of 20 years that was simply never communicated until the day before, facing extenuating circumstances. What struck me at the ripe age of 12 years old was the tragedy of a missed opportunity. The idea of failing to communicate my utter admiration had stuck a stake in my heart. I had realized that I often go every day admiring and loving people so wholeheartedly, but simply in silence, restricting myself after listening to that devilish, insecure middle schooler on my shoulder telling me to hold back, saying, "I love you." I think being around good people and their good acts causes us to take tokens of affection and appreciation for granted. While I noticed myself occasionally sitting in silence and admiration rather than communicating it to others, no one practiced openly expressing love better than one of my best friends, Amzi Libano. Chances are, if you were sitting in these pews, she probably struck you with one of her specific compliments that you knew to be true because of their distinct nature. She was someone who so fluently spoke love languages, words of affirmation, and acts of service. Amzi would simply observe and admire people and blurt out the words, "I just love you." From sitting in my TV room and admiring my family, to looking at each of you every day, feeling warm and grateful to be sitting next to you in a class, sitting next to you all on Derby Day fields, and even lying under the table on New Year's, devouring grapes for good fortune, I can say that I am so grateful that you all have given me something to miss. Throughout my 17 years on this earth, I do not know if saying I love you here and there is enough, so allow this to be my time and my moment to say that I just love you. While we live in a world where everything around us is so dynamic and we consider concepts as fleeting as time, the love and appreciation we feel for those around us remain static. In the words of Timothy Chalamet, love wholly and love unabashedly. And if you take anything from my speech today, let it be to not wait. The time to love is now. I love you.